people. Hello, good afternoon. We've been doing morning streams here recently, but we got an afternoon stream today because I decided it felt like a good idea to sleep in a little bit today. So here we are. Good time to stream though, nonetheless. Let's see who we get in chat. Who's going to get first today? And while we do that, we're going to pull up comments. So yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, we talked about what to expect during the beginning of your recovery once you start dedicating to acceptance, and we talked about what to expect towards the end, more towards the end of your recovery when you start truly dedicating to acceptance. So kind of following that same theme, today we're going to be talking about what to expect when your anxiety is turned on. What to expect when your anxiety is flipped on and it's there and it's activated. We talked yesterday about how, the brain learns the most while anxiety is turned on. Anxiety learns the most while anxiety is turned on. But what's some things to basically just expect when this happens, when you're in recovery and you wake up one day and the anxiety's there, the switch has been flipped, so to speak, the anxiety's on, you're ready for a retraining day. What are some things to expect? So kind of following with the same theme from yesterday. Another what to expect sort of stream. In my mind, in my opinion, I believe people have higher success with this thing when they kind of got a rough idea, right? I said yesterday that not all of this applies to everybody, but I feel like people have more success when they've kind of got a rough idea of what to expect. That way, it doesn't really take them off guard, right? It doesn't really take them off guard. It doesn't surprise them. It kind of loses its shock value. So that's why I've been, yesterday and today we've been doing this what to expect sort of stream. What's up, Sky First in chat? You're on it, dude. Hope you're having a good day. What's up, Ghost? What's up, Eclipse? Yo. Welcome, man. Welcome. It's going to be a good one. We're going to give it some time, let some people get in here who want to watch us live, and then we'll get started. And while we wait for that to happen, I'm going to drop the Twitch link, which is probably weird to hear me say considering we haven't done Twitch in forever, but we actually did a Twitch stream the other day, and it was kind of fun. So I've been thinking about doing another one of those. I don't know when. Hopefully we get around to that. But if you do want to follow me on Twitch, there you go. Link is now in the chat. What's up, Sherry? What's up, Olivia? Hope you're doing good. How are you doing? I am doing well. I woke up a little late today, so we're running behind a little bit, but we are still here, man. We're still here. What's up, Kate? We got another, oh joy, another winter storm warning in effect. It's not supposed to start until, I believe, tomorrow morning, but it's supposed to be, we'll see what happens, supposed to be even nastier than the first one, so I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll just have to roll with the punches and see what happens. Hope you're having a good day, Kate, Sky, Eclipse. Hope you're all having a great day. We're going to get going in just a moment. Like I said, I really enjoyed yesterday's stream. I feel like when you kind of have a rough idea of what to expect with these sort of things, they lose their shock value, and you might have a bit more success actually applying acceptance on these intense days. So that's why I've been enjoying the what to expect sort of streams. We do too. Yeah, I've heard all sorts of things, and anytime you get like a winter storm warning roll through, everybody's got a different opinion. I heard from somebody that we're supposed to get like 11 inches. I don't believe that whatsoever. You check the weather app and it's constantly changing, like from day to day, hour to hour. So I don't know what to expect there either. Really all you can do is just wait and see what happens. Very windy, below freezing here now. Not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan either. I can handle the cold, but when it starts to get just out of hand and ridiculous, I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Sit in the snow over here. Olivia still wants that snow, man. Olivia still wants that snow. Hey, if I could, you can have it. I mean, I don't mind it, but I'm not like a fan either, so it doesn't matter to me. You can take it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. What to expect when your anxiety is turned on. Now, I've got just one thing, believe it or not, Believe it or not, I've got just one thing written down for this: what to expect when your anxiety is turned on. And the reason that I've only got one thing written down for this is because this one thing really sums it all up. See, here's what I've got. Triggers will come. This is what I got written down. Triggers will come, old triggers, and they seem real. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say you're in the process of recovery. You've been using acceptance. You had a kick-ass day yesterday. You had a kick-ass day the day before. You had a decent day the day before that. You had an okay day the day before that. And now, today, you have woken up, and the flip, and I keep saying it backwards, the switch has been flipped. Your anxiety is turned on. Now, do not be shocked. Okay, do not let this take you off guard when you realize that on these retraining days, your old triggers, and what I mean by old triggers, I mean like thoughts, they come and they tell you this, that, and the other. You know what your thoughts are that trigger you, right? They come and they seem absolutely, completely real, right? They become absolutely, completely real in your mind. They're back to producing the same old anxiety symptoms that they did a week ago, and then you had a really good week where they just seemed laughable. But on today, when that that switch is flipped on, the anxiety's turned on, they seem to come back and they feel absolutely real again, right? This is the ups and downs of recovery that we refer to so often. Now, this is not a bad thing, right? This is not a bad thing. If you look at these days as opportunities, this is not a bad thing. We've talked about it a million times before here on the channel. Anxiety learns while anxiety is turned on, right? And that's why this is not a bad thing. But I do not want you to be so caught off guard, right? During your recovery, when you have really good days, you have really good weeks, I don't want you to be so caught off guard when the anxiety switch is flipped on a certain day, right? And the old triggers seem real again. I don't want you to be caught off guard by that. I don't want you to think, oh, fuck, back to square one, or oh, fuck, this sucks, or oh, shit, I never got over this, That was me. I'm mocking myself. That was me for the longest time. I don't want you to be so caught off guard by this, right? When anxiety is turned on, even if you're having ups and downs, even if you had a really good week, during recovery, this is normal. When anxiety is turned on, these old triggers, the triggers that didn't bother you for like a week, right, during your recovery, or for like 3 days during your recovery, whatever, these old triggers seem to become so real again. It's like 2 days ago, I didn't care about this thought about this, or that thought about this, or this intrusive thought about this. But here I am today, so caught up in it again. Here I am today. My anxiety's just popping off over this old thought again, over this old trigger, right? I don't want you to sit around and be like, why is this happening? This happens. While that anxiety is turned on is when that anxiety is learning the most. And to have these ups and downs, and to have these days where, okay, I had a really good few days, I had a really good week, and now today the old triggers seem so real again, completely normal. If you look at that as normal and you take advantage of that and you say to yourself, okay, I'm having one of those days. Anxiety is turned on. My triggers are going to seem really real to me today. They're going to cause a very real physical response today. That's okay. Wonder Bro told me that anxiety learns the most while anxiety is turned on. I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm not going to tell myself all sorts of negative, bad things about this. I'm just simply going to take advantage of it, right? And understand that it's normal, right? That is the mindset I want you to have. That is the mindset that I want you to have, right? Because when you approach those days where your old triggers that you did so good for a week with, or a few days with, or whatever, when those old triggers come rushing back in and they seem so real, they're on your mind, the triggers are coming, they're hitting you left and right, the anxiety symptoms are through the roof, it's very easy for you to go, oh, well, I guess I never got over this, or oh, I guess I'm going back to square one, or, it's very easy to get up in your head and start being very self-defeating to yourself. But if you understand that that's completely normal, it's a completely normal process. It's a completely normal, it's to be expected during recovery, right? To have really solid days where those triggers just seem laughable to you, and then to have a day where they seem so real again That just means your anxiety is turned on, which also just means that it's time for you to do the work. It's time for you to continue to drive your point home. It's time for you to continue to retrain your brain. That's all that means, right? If you start looking into it and digging into it so deep, thinking, oh God, this means square one, or oh God, this is horrible, or oh God, I'm not doing it right. Some people fall down that rabbit hole, whatever. You start going down that worry route, not good. How else do I say that? Not good. Instead, we need to look at these days when the anxiety is turned on as an opportunity. We don't need to get up in our heads and start going, oh God, this means I'm back to square one. Oh God, shit, right? You have to understand that ups and downs are very normal. And you also have to understand and expect that when the anxiety switch is flipped on, you might still have some pathways that need to be retrained. And that means, what that essentially means, is that you're going to have what you might consider old triggers. They didn't bother you for like a week or 2 weeks. You might have what you consider old triggers starting to kind of bother you again. They start to pop off the nerves again. This simply means that you've got more pathways to retrain, and this is a very normal part of recovery. So if you expect that, right, if you wake up and okay, this is going to be an anxiety day. You wake up and okay, this might be, a day where my anxiety is very high for half the day, whatever. If you wake up and expect that my anxiety is turned on, and that means what I considered old triggers for a week or two might return and seem like full force again. If you go ahead and expect that, and you just realize that that's part of anxiety being turned on, and that just means you got a little bit more work to do, a little bit more retraining to do, then you're not going to take them so seriously, right? And that's really what this all comes down to, not taking these things too seriously. If you go ahead and expect that, okay, while my anxiety is turned on, those old fear pathways might pop off. Those old fear pathways, intrusive thoughts, and triggers might pop off. That's okay. I'm going to see it as an opportunity. I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity. I'm not going to sit around and question it, right? Because that's just a normal part of my anxiety being turned on, and it's time to put in some more work. If you look at it like that, and you understand that that's what's going on here, chances are you won't go so far down that rabbit hole of, oh crap, why is this happening? Right? And I know for a fact that on those days when your anxiety is turned on, these triggers are going to seem real again. They're going to seem like they're so important again. Maybe they didn't yesterday, maybe they didn't the day before, but I know while that anxiety is turned on and you've still got more work to do, that these triggers are going to seem so real all over again, even though they didn't the day before, just for an example. So if you go ahead and expect that, right, chances are you won't go so far down the rabbit hole of, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, in the circle we go. So go ahead, again, one last time, go ahead and expect that when your anxiety is turned on, you've got more work to do, and that means your old triggers may seem real, okay? And they may be popping off the nerves like they seem so real again. Doesn't mean that. It just means that when anxiety is turned on, it's going to throw these things your way to get your attention, to get you involved with the resistance, right? It's an opportunity, not a bad thing. It's an opportunity, not a bad thing. I do not want you to be taken off guard by this. I want you to simply embrace these days when they come during your recovery. I want you to look at them as opportunities. I want you to keep your head above water by reminding yourself that, okay, that doesn't mean these triggers are also real again. It simply means Wonder Bro told me that when my anxiety is turned on, these triggers may seem real, right? The thoughts may seem important again, right? And that's just a part of the anxiety being turned on. So when you understand that, you're far less likely to fall down the rabbit hole of blah, 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 right? When you take it as normal, when you take it as a very normal part of recovery, when you take it as just the way this thing works, you're less likely to be caught off guard by it. So I understand how frustrating it can feel to have, like, I don't know, just an example, 3 or 4 solid days of recovery, and then one day your anxiety says, okay, we're going to pop off today, we're going to have a retraining day today, right, which are needed, but I understand how frustrating it can be when anxiety decides, hey, 3 or 4 good days, I'm going to pop off today, I'm going to be turned on today, I'm going to flip the switch, and then you're sitting there thinking, man, 3 or 4 days ago, these intrusive thoughts, I was almost laughing at them, and here they are, causing me so much again, causing me so many symptoms again, and it feels so real again. Just keep your head above water. Keep your head above water by reminding yourself that those intrusive thoughts, those triggers are not any more real than they were 3 or 4 days ago when you didn't care. You're just having a retraining day. And a part of a retraining day, a big part of a retraining day, is that these triggers do seem real again. They do seem important again. They're popping off. They're activated. And that's why they seem real. Keep your head above water by giving yourself some accepting reminders instead of fighting with them. You could even say to yourself, I don't need to fight with that intrusive thought. It didn't matter 3 days ago. It only seems to matter today because the anxiety switch is flipped. That just means I need to take advantage of this. Doesn't mean I need to figure it out. Doesn't mean I need to fight with it. I didn't need to fight with it 3 days ago. The anxiety switch is flipped today, and that's why it seems so real, but I don't need to fight with it. It just seems real because I'm having a retraining day. So, very easy to want to slip back down the rabbit hole of worry when you have these ups and downs during recovery, but you can avoid all of that. You can avoid going down that rabbit hole if you just remind yourself of the facts, okay? I'm going to say it one last time. You wake up and your anxiety switch has been turned on. You say to yourself, it's a retraining day. These triggers are going to seem real, but I know for a fact they're not because I've seen that for myself, so I'm not going to fall down the rabbit hole. I'm going to understand that this is a very normal part of recovery, and I'm not going to try to fight with the thoughts. They just seem real because the anxiety switch is turned on. Now I'm going to take advantage of this day. You go at it with that attitude. That's what we want to see. You go at it with that attitude, and you won't fall down these rabbit holes. You go at it with that attitude, and yes, your day might not be joyful. You know, a retraining day is rarely ever joyful. You might end it in a joyful fashion because you're so proud of yourself. But what I'm trying to say is your day might not be comfortable. But if you go at it with that attitude, you'll avoid the rabbit hole of, oh, God, I need to figure this out. That's what put you here to begin with. But now you can avoid going down that rabbit hole because you know. You've watched this stream. You know to expect those old triggers, intrusive thoughts, to seem very real while anxiety is turned on. That's a part of the game, right? And now that you know that, you can expect that, you can give it far less credit. All right, you guys. So that was the point of today's stream. I feel like that was a good one. Appreciate you guys watching. If you did enjoy today's stream, if you enjoyed the topic, make sure you leave a like. Also, let's get a round of applause going in the chat for every single one of you here, because guess what? We're moving on to 10.4K subs, man. We passed the 10.4K mark today, actually, I believe. Today. So 10.4K subs. I want to just say welcome to all you new people here. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you gain something from this channel. And let's move on over to post-stream and hang out with chat for a bit. I'm going to get some music going, and while we do that, though, I just want to give, okay, here we go. I want to give a very special shout-out to Olivia. Olivia coming in with the $55 tip. Olivia, thank you so much for moving us on to an 82-day streak all by yourself. Can we give a huge, huge shout-out in the chat to Olivia? Thank you so much, Olivia. I really do appreciate you. You have no idea. Wish I could give you a big old hug. I'll give you a big old internet hug. There you go. I appreciate you. Let's show her all the love in the world, please. And while we're doing that, I'm going to get us some music going. Get us some music going here. We got to wait for the ad to pass, as always. You guys know I can't turn on ad block. It doesn't feel right, considering I'm, a YouTuber and all, so we'll just have to be patient. I don't have... Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Hey, what's up, Giant? Welcome to the stream, dude. Good to see you, man. I rarely ever see you in the actual streams. Good to see you. Hey, what's up, Truth? I'm late. It's okay. You can always watch it back later. I love to see all the The spam in the chat, man. Showing love to Olivia today. Thank you so much, Olivia. Again, I appreciate you. All by your lonesome, taking us to an 82 day, man. 82 day. I appreciate it. Good stream today, guys. Good stream today. This shit's a lot easier to keep the accepting approach, to keep the accepting attitude if you can go ahead and expect that this is going to happen, right? If you can expect that your old triggers are going to seem real when the anxiety is turned on, because that's the whole point, then you're less likely to fall down the rabbit hole of trying to figure them out again, trying to fight with them again, which is the whole reason you ended up here to begin with, right? So if you expect it, here's a good catchphrase for you. Here's a good motto. If you expect it, you're more likely to accept it, right? There you go. Expect it, and then you can accept it, right? But if you start getting in your head thinking, oh God, why is this intrusive thought causing me so many symptoms again today when it didn't yesterday or the day before, the week before, whatever, then you're going to fall down a deep, deep rabbit hole of trying to investigate and figure it all out again, right? But if you can just go ahead and expect it, then you can accept it. There you go. Somebody get that tattooed on your forearm. Don't actually do that. That would be a stupid tattoo. But you get my point, man. It's important. It's important. It's important. All right, I'm going to see if I can switch this real quick. All right, we're switching to the old mic just for a second. There you go, Truth. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, Truth. Well, there's a difference between coping skills and acceptance. Coping skills kind of just insinuates that we're just trying to barely survive. And we're not trying to just barely survive with acceptance. We're trying to just keep the right attitude, right? We're trying to keep the attitude of, okay, I expected this. I know that these triggers are going to be there when I'm anxious, and I'm going to work with it, not against it, right? I know you're just using a term there. It doesn't mean anything, but I felt the need to say that. I did jump up, but sat right back down. I can't tell you how many times I did that myself during my own recovery, so it happens. It happens. You keep the right attitude, though. You keep the right attitude. It happens, Truth. I mean, you're going to have moments where it kind of catches you off guard, but, you know, that's why I've been doing these what to expect sort of streams. You know, you can expect that when your anxiety is turned on one day, these triggers might seem real again, right? You can go ahead and expect that. And if you expect that, then you're more likely to accept that, right? If you expect that, then you're more likely to not get in your head about it, you know, because it's to be expected. So I've been enjoying, you know, this stream today and yesterday with what to expect. For that reason right there. Hey, what's up, Travis? Hope you're doing good. Good to see you. Maddie, good to see you. Mike, what's up, dude? I missed a lot of comments during my rant. Hey, good job, Sherry. Good job with this morning. Proud of you. Go at your own pace. Ivan said, how did you manage to desensitize your first 2 bouts of sensitization when you didn't know about acceptance? So for those of you who don't know, I went through tired nerves at least twice before I even knew about acceptance, and Ivan's wanting to know, how did I manage to desensitize if I didn't even know about acceptance? Eventually got to the point where I just said, you know what, I guess this is my life now. So defeated that I said, I guess this is my life now, and I just accepted it without knowing that I was accepting it. Of course, that didn't last. That didn't last because the bad habits still remained. The bad habits were still there, so the next time I experienced a little bit of stress, it was right down the rabbit hole. Before I even managed to heal my nerves to a good degree, I was already stressing them out again, right? So it never lasted, but a bit better than awesome. So you're doing a bit better than awesome? That's what I like to hear. If that's what you're referring to. You wouldn't believe how many people accidentally accidentally, air quotes there, accidentally recover using acceptance, because eventually they just say, well, I don't know what else to do. Does it last normally? Normally doesn't last. It didn't last in my case, simply because next time you're really tested again, right, you fall right back down the rabbit hole after a while, and your nerves were never healed to a good degree to begin with. So normally it doesn't last, but people have done that. All right, let's see if we can switch back to the good mic here. There we go. Much better. You can hear the difference in that. Clear as day. Shout out again to Darcy for that. And another shout out again to Olivia, man, for taking us to an 82-day streak all by herself. I appreciate it. Yeah, so you're developing lasting tools here, Sherry. Yeah, exactly. Truth. People have their moments where they quote unquote, again, accidentally use acceptance, and they quit worrying, and they quit taking the triggers, the intrusive thoughts, the feelings. They quit taking it all so seriously, and they're just like, fuck it. Does it stick? It normally doesn't stick because, again, people go back to the bad habits eventually. But if you start to, if you eventually, right, if you eventually find the truth, if you eventually find, how this cycle works, and you actually put in the work that way, you maintain it. You maintain it, and you heal your nerves to a good degree. But if you accidentally find acceptance, chances are you just pick up bad habits way too soon again. It's pretty normal for most people, Olivia. Of course, I can't diagnose, but I can say that headaches can be a part of anxiety, definitely. Most people know their symptom set. Not saying those symptoms can't change up from time to time, but most people are pretty familiar with their symptom set. I can help you out. Kate, putting out the fire over here. Putting out the fire over here. That's what it's all about. Putting out the fire by not adding to the damn fire. Let it go out naturally. That's why I've been loving these streams the past few days, man. If you expect it, then you're more likely to not start adding fuel to the fire. I mean, for example, if you wake up one day, you're feeling particularly anxious, you can be like, okay, retraining day, or maybe it won't last all day, maybe it'll be half a day, whatever, or maybe it'll be an hour, I don't know, but you wake up, you feel particularly anxious, or you start to get anxious at some point throughout your day, and you say, oh, retraining moment, right? So there's the perspective switch right there. Retraining moment. Okay. Now I know during this retraining, my triggers are going to seem so real. Okay, so you expect it, right? You expect it. Much less likely to go down the rabbit hole of worry if you expect it. Anxiety's turned on, so it's just trying to get your attention. It's just trying to get your involvement. Anxiety doesn't care what trigger it selects, right? It just wants to get your involvement. But if you expect that, you can accept that. All right, we're going to drop some links for you beautiful, beautiful people. Wouldn't be a good stream without a spam bot at least once. There it is. Is that just a me thing? Like, I'm really curious. Is that just a my channel thing, or is that everywhere? Not that it matters, but... Well, the thing about it is, Asen, if you wake up every day wondering where your old self is, how could you possibly heal to the degree that you want to heal, right? If you're so obsessed, if you're so worried. So when you, like the title of this stream says, if you can just go ahead and expect that when anxiety's turned on, you know, all these triggers and whatnot are going to seem very real, and you don't sit around saying, why can't I get back to my old self, and go down that worry route, then we can make even more progress. You said you've made progress, much better life. We can go that 10%, but we got to drop that worry. We don't wake up each day wondering why this, why that, why this, why that.
Donation.
Sanchez, thank you so much, dude. I already know. Sanchez says, you know it. I know it, man. I know what that means. And I think by now everybody in chat also knows what that means. We're going to 69. Sanchez, Mr. 69er. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause in the chat to my boy Sanchez. I appreciate you. Much love. But then Mads shared Captain A selfie VC. That was too much apparently. I got a panic attack. What? Maybe you were just tensing up throughout all this. Gotta love brain stuff. $69.69. Hey, much love right back at you, Sanchez. We appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not my old self, but I feel I'm better than my old self. There you go. Guess I was, I don't know, hard to accept odd triggers, but like I can't do anything about them anyway. So, I mean, there you go. There you go. What is the resistance going to do for you? You're starting to look at it in that way, which is very, very true. What is the resistance ever going to do for you? Hey, maybe if you accept Jack Black long enough, Asen, it'll start to not bother you. How's that cold weather, Travis? I was telling chat earlier, Sanchez, that we're under another winter storm warning. Another one. We'll see how it goes. Also, I'm glad you did not try to quote unquote figure it out, Mint. You made a good decision there to not go down that route, not go down that rabbit hole. Nothing really to figure out. I mean, when anxiety is turned on, it's turned on, man. That's all there is to it. And when it's turned on, your triggers are going to seem real, even if they seem stupid, right? Just like the title of this stream says. I mean, that's what to expect. If you expect it, you can accept it. So good call, man. Good call on that one. There we go. All right. Now, you never know, Asen. If you accept them long enough, you might become his biggest fan. Major turnaround. Hey, we all have opinions, and guess what? An opinion is not right nor wrong. An opinion's not right nor wrong. Now, if we're talking facts, okay, we're talking facts. But if we're talking opinions, they are never right nor wrong. They are right to the person who thinks this, and they're wrong to the person who thinks that. And that's just how it is. It's a fool's game to try to argue an opinion. Hello, Wonder Bro. What's up, Kevin? Hey, I'm glad you made that decision, man. That tells me that you're listening. You're paying attention to what we talk about here. Hey, you know, expect that while your anxiety's turned on, Triggers are going to seem real even if they're fucking ridiculous, right? That's just a part of anxiety being turned on. And if you can expect that, what have we been saying, chat? If you can expect that, you can accept that. You can expect it, then there's no need to investigate it. If you can expect that while anxiety is turned on, triggers are going to seem real even if they're freaking stupid, right? If you can go ahead and realize that, you won't investigate that. You'll stay out of the rabbit hole. So obviously your anxiety was flipped on today, Mint, which means triggers are going to be there. Maybe old triggers, whatever. Triggers are going to seem really real, even if they're dumb, right? But again, expect it, accept it, no need to investigate. Triggers don't have to make sense, dude. They don't. It's not like that, right? Triggers don't have to make sense when anxiety is turned on. Anxiety doesn't run on logic, guys. Anxiety doesn't run on logic. The triggers do not have to make logical sense. They don't. They don't. And that's why your investigation's a waste of time, and it's a ton of rabbit holes and worry and stress. Excuse me, Miss Nova. Which is your favorite GTA game? It's funny you mentioned that. I've been playing the definitive edition for San Andreas. I don't know if I would say San Andreas is my favorite. I've probably spent the most time on 6, but I don't know. It's close. It's close. Wait, is our music over? I believe our music... No? What happened here? There we go. Okay, that was weird. That was weird. Mint is so awesome. Mint is awesome. Mint is the bomb. Mint's alright. Mint's alright. Kidding. Kidding. Mint is awesome. We all love Mint. You're all awesome. I haven't heard the bomb saying in forever. Classic. I will say Mint is probably the nicest person I've ever met in my life. Kind of met, I guess. Oh man, Kevin, bald Wonder Bros already here. Well, I guess I'm not bald, but my hair is really short right now. Hey, you start to make a lot of realizations, Sky, and those aren't necessarily a bad. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes you need those realizations. All right, beautiful people. Chat's winding down. I'm winding down. I think it's a good time to go ahead and wind this stream down, man. It was a good one. I don't want it to go stale, so we're gonna leave it right here. It was a good one, man. Give the stream a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, guys. I really would appreciate it. Another huge shout out to Olivia and Sanchez. Appreciate you guys so much. You know what? We got to get our song going. We definitely got to listen to our song today. Good stream, and we got to end it with our song. So let's get our song pulled up again, guys. If you did enjoy today's stream, make sure you give it a like. I appreciate each and every one of you beautiful people. If you were late to the stream, you can always watch it after it gets uploaded. Thank you guys again for everything, man. I love you, and until next time, stay awesome.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Yeah. Did it die? Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? My aunt think I'm perfect, I know I'm not. My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never could stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a low life, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting, don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored, careful what you wishing for. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a